Thank you, Alaska Corla. Minister, youth and accommodation for youth, especially, students, is a very difficult situation for the people of my own constituency who are trying to go to college in Cork and college anywhere throughout the country, and quite a lot of people come to my office to try and see can we source accommodation for them. And it's a desperate attempt after they're spending so many of their years in going through college that they can't find accommodation, and some people are, what do they call it, couch surfing and sleeping in cars. It's a terrible situation to have our young people end up, after all of their years of education, their parents paying towards their education, they working during the summer to try and fund their education, and the one thing they want is accommodation, and we don't seem to be able to provide that. And the funny thing is, it'll follow them up along throughout their life. So, and in a lot of cases, Minister, it means that people just take to get out of this country because they can't cope with the pressure of not able to have a home, not to be able to buy a home, not being able to build a home. It's a terrible infliction on people. I have a constituent down in West Cork, and he came back some time back, and he sought planning permission, and unfortunately for himself, his wife and 2 children. And I met his mother during the council campaign, and she told me that he didn't get it, and she said, look, he jumped back in the plane. He said, to hell to this country, because he said she's gone anyway. And he went back, and he's gone down to Canada to live. That's a terrible thing. That man had full employment locally, was able to give employment locally, but he couldn't get planning in his own bit of ground down in West Cork. And it's embarrassing to hear that, and it's an embarrassing cry. And the mother said, you know what, I don't think I vote. And it's just hard to blame her, even though I do believe in democracy and the right to vote. But it was very hard to blame her when she put her case. Like, I saw, where things could have been put right, but we didn't know it in time. But the problem is, you could well understand why a person would be in that situation. And we have there's a crisis in this country, and I believe, Minister, some minister has got to stand up and accept that Uisce Éireann are dysfunctional from start to finish. They're unable to run or do whatever they're meant to do, and that's simply supply water and sewage into homes. Shannonville, Clonakilty. I was at a meeting last Thursday night. I was at a meeting 12 months previous. I was at several meetings. I met with the committee. They are waiting, Minister, 27 years. No, not 1, not 7, 27 years to upgrade their sewage system. There's raw sewage in a public play park that was meant to be for children. They have it cordoned off the Uisce Éireann and Irish Water. So in the 27 years, the council blamed Irish Water blamed the council. The minister has come down, Mr. Darragh O'Brien, he does the usual Queen Mother running around, waving around, and he blames both of them and heads off uptown, up back to Dublin, and nothing happens. So we have a non-delivery for 20 years. Councillor Daniel Sexton and myself attended the meeting last Thursday night, and they are exasperated, where there's this raw sewage seeping down into the Argadine River, which is the main water bay for Clonakilty and Timoleague. It's seeping down into the water drinking pipes. It's an astonishing situation. It's an EPA, they don't care. Nobody cares, because it's all just like brushed under the carpet. Say nothing. Just block off the play area. Nobody runs, no children allowed, because there's sewage all over the ground. It's going down into the Argadine River, and no one accountable. The senior minister comes down and goes back up, and he won't sit down with Irish Water to resolve it. Uisce Éireann, or whatever they want to call themselves, they'll change their names 4 or 5 times to give themselves a new identity so that we might forget all the things they've done wrong.